Well, I see you've been working with the legendary producer No ID. How was that like? How did that come about?
Well, I've known No ID for years. Like, me and No ID had a production deal with Def Jam, which is so funny now that he is.
Yeah, I see he just got a promotion.
Yeah, as an executive at the label. So, like, that's just so funny and ironic. You know, we worked together in 03 and got a deal with a production deal with them. And so we've been working together for years. We just kind of like took a break and then came back together a few years back. And so he introduced me to all of the artists that I've worked with in the last 2 years, being a part of his production team. You know, I came in and just did some arrangements and vocals and stuff on all of those people, the Nas's, J. Cole, Common, Rick Ross. I mean, like, that relationship garnered all of those projects, me being a part of those, and Kanye as well.
Yeah, looking at his track list, you know, he done did stuff with Common, Jay-Z, Kaye. Was it any pressure working with him? Well,
the funniest thing is, because I had worked with him for so long and had known him for so many years, I kind of just like knew like what he would want and what he was expecting. So it wasn't like any pressure from me. It was more pressure on myself to just do well, you know, because, you know, these are major artists you're working with. You want to make sure when you go in and do your job that you do a good job.
Right.
So more so than anything, it was just that. And like, the only time that I was ever like was when Nas was in the room. I'm like,
oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because he's just so amazing, and you know what he brought to hip hop, and just when someone does something so amazing like that, you get a chance to work with them. And it was like a very long time since he had done an album, so it was like I just wanted to make sure I was on the very top of my game. And when he came in and heard what I did, and he was happy, I was just like relieved, like good. He's happy. I'm so excited. So that was like one of the times that I was just putting pressure on myself. No, I always knew that I could get the job done.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about your project. I understand you got a new EP coming out.
Yes, it is called Here I Am, and it'll be out April 14th. And I'm super excited because this is going to be the first time that I put out a project of original work, like a whole thing of original work, you know, my own record. So I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, I just saw the first video, the first single coming from the EP. I see you was working with the homie YP.
Yes.
How did that come about? How did you hook up with him?
We actually have known each other for a few years now. We worked together on one of his projects, actually. So this isn't our first time, and he's just so dope and just a very, very humble spirit and just very nice, kind person. You know what I mean? And we just vibe, like his raps, and just he's like hip hop, and I love that. Like I said, coming from Love and Lauren and Nas, and you know, so he's just dope. Like when you're a good lyricist, you're just a good lyricist, and just to cap it off, he's just a darling person. So it was just easy. You know, I like things to flow and to be very easy, and it just works. Me and YP just do well together.
Man, who produced that track?
Oh, DJ Immaculate produced the track, and I did a little something on it. You know,
you know, it kind of put me in the mind of Faith Evans and Lauryn Hill. You know,
those
real,
90s
style
hip hop and R&B, and that's what I grew up loving. Like, it's funny that you say Faith Evans. I used to study Faith Evans so hard. You know, in the 90s, like that was the time I grew up. That's what nurtured me into who I am. So that's why you're gonna hear that. You know what I mean? You're gonna hear that.
Yeah, I heard that groove. I said, man, that kind of remind me.
Yeah, I love that. I appreciate that. That's a
so what's next coming off that EP?
The next song is called Here I Am, which is the title track. The first song was Used to Love You, featuring YP. Here I Am is the next video and single that's coming off. It was actually the last song we did, and it ended up becoming the title track. It's just a sample that I've loved for years. When I was back working with No ID, I used to dig through the crates myself. You know, just because it inspired me. I was learning music at the time. Like I said, I'm young, so I wasn't able to know the Motown hits and whatever. So I would dig through the crates. I was learning about music. So it was just exciting to me to go through that process with him. And I found that sample like that long ago. And I always remembered it. And I was like, I really want to use this 3 Degrees sample. And it was perfect. Last song, title track. So when is the EP dropping? April 14th. Oh, that's good, man. Yep. I'm super excited. So do you have any other projects coming up? Like, are you starring in any
reality shows? You got some...
No, not that I know of. You know, you never know. Somebody might call me tomorrow, but I do plan to start acting. Like,
right.
It's definitely something.
Yeah, I can see you
get
getting into
soon. So thank you.
To some sitcoms or some movies.
Thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I'm shooting for. I appreciate that.
Well, I want to thank you for giving me this interview.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me. Like I told you when we, first met, that I'm just excited about everything,
right.
and I appreciate you as well.
So how can your fans get in contact with you?
All of my fans can get in contact with me at It's Kaye Fox. That's ITSKAYEFOX, and that's for Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. And on Facebook, I have a fan page, Kaye Fox. And on what's the other thing? The last thing. That's it. I think that's all of the social media. Oh, and my website is www.kfox.com.
So how can they purchase the EP?
Oh, our EP is free, baby. So you just go on the website and download it. I promise you're going to enjoy it.
Well, I got to check it out.
Yes, please do.
Well, thanks for the interview.
Thank you. Thank you.